Hey, it's the Dray Way. Thanks for joining me. It's time to get things started. Let's go. Welcome back to the Dray Way. Hey guys, I'm glad you're here. We are just 41 days away from the election. And yes, I'm already taking it easy. I'm hanging out by the pool because I already know what's going to happen. And now I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I know you guys have been watching and I really appreciate it. Hey, if you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe to the show. It's the Dray Way. Thanks for being here. Now let's talk about a little bit about what you guys are here for. Let's talk about the election itself and exactly what's going to take place. And when I say the election itself and what's going to take place, I want you to understand what is going on now with the Republican Party and what they're doing with regards to elections. Republicans have decided to make elections difficult. I mean, we've been doing elections for hundreds of years. And now this election is going to be a little bit different because they're trying to change the timing on which you can call states like Pennsylvania and Georgia. They're making voting, as far as counting the votes, as difficult as possible, but I don't want you to worry. I don't want you guys to have any fear about what's about to happen in this election because Harris is going to win. Harris is going to be the next president of the United States, and nothing the Republicans do is going to change that. Like I have said many, many, many times, the problem is they attacked women. They went after women and women's rights. And when you go after women and their rights, yeah, they have a tendency not to like that. And that's exactly what the Republicans have done with the whole abortion issue and taking it to the states and letting the states, ban it. And, you have to go 1,000 miles to try to get medical care if you're a woman. It's just complete nonsense. And as long as that's on the books, as long as it is the way it is right now, Republicans, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. You're not going to win anything. You're not going to win the White House. You will never win the White House again. And that's because women are upset. Women don't feel that you have any right as the government to come in and tell you what to do with your body. So you're going to lose. And the other thing that we have to talk about, I have to talk about this in the video. You try to avoid it. It's not a comfortable subject to talk about, but it just keeps rearing its head over and over and over again. So we have to talk about it. It's so bad that there's an organization in Springfield, Ohio, that's actually filing criminal charges against J.D. Vance and against Donald Trump because they are saying things that are inherently racist. And we can't just not talk about it because Trump's campaign and the entire Republican Party. Let me share with you guys how silly this is. Let me share with you something, okay? I was talking to a guy the other day, and he said to me, Drayton, why are you a Democrat? Why? And I said, I'm a Democrat for 3 reasons. 3 things make me, I guess, a raging liberal. And he said, what? What is it that makes you a raging liberal? I said, number 1, leave women alone. It's their body. Let them be free to make their own medical choices. In many cases, any choice they make is a very, very difficult decision, but it's their decision to make between them and their doctor. That's number 1. And he looks at me and he goes, yeah, I can understand that. I said, okay, number 2, marry whoever you love. If you want to marry a man, marry a man. If you want to marry a woman, marry a woman. You should be able to marry whoever you want. And he says, well, I agree with that. My brother's gay. I said, okay. Number 3, if you're a teenager, you should not be allowed to buy a gun. Guns should be, I think that's just a small thing that we can do, is that we can agree that until you're 21, you shouldn't be able to buy all these weapons. It shouldn't be allowed. I don't want teenagers walking in and buying powerful handguns and powerful weapons. I don't want it. And he goes, well, yeah, I agree with that too. And I said, okay, but that is what I'm told makes me a liberal. He goes, no. I believe the same thing, but I'm voting for Trump. And I said, let me get this right. You're okay with women and being able to have privacy and have medical care and do an abortion. He goes, yeah, I'm fine with that. I said, you're okay with someone marrying whoever they want? And he goes, yeah, I'm okay with that. Like I said, my brother's gay. Okay, so, and you're, do you get where I'm going with this? And I'm like, okay, and you're good with, teenagers not being able to buy guns. And he's like, yeah. I said, you do realize that according to today's Republican Party, you're not a Republican. He goes, oh, yeah, I am. I said, no, those three beliefs will get you kicked out of the Republican Party. They don't believe those things. He goes, well, yeah, I'm a Republican, but I'm not that far right. Okay, if you say so. But isn't it amazing that we can agree on those three basic things? Those three things. Don't sell guns to teenagers. Let women control their own bodies, and marry whoever you want. We can agree on those three things. But to some people, they still think they're Republicans, even though the Republican Party wouldn't have any part of what I just said. They wouldn't vote for anything I just talked about. None of it. So let me know what you guys think. Am I out of my mind? But, those are the three things that I just think, are just the basics. Leave women alone. Don't sell guns to teenagers, and marry who you want. But the interesting thing is, there are Republicans voting for Trump that say they're Republican and they're voting for Trump, and they go, oh yeah, I believe in that too. I'm not joking. Let me know what you guys think, because I've said it to more than just a few Republicans, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm okay with that. And I'm like, then you're not Republican. You're just not, and they think I'm crazy. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And see if you can take those three issues and say it just like I did to a Republican friend of yours, and see what they say. I'm curious. Take those three things, say it to another Republican in your family or in your neighborhood, and see what they say. And let me know in the comments. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please do. Please subscribe to my channel. This is the Dray Way. We're going to be counting down the election. We're only 41 days away. We're going to count it all the way to 0. And I'm going to be right here to explain the whole thing to you. So you don't have to watch the mainstream media that's not going to give you the answers or tell you. The only thing they're going to say to you constantly is, "Oh, it's so close. It's raised. It's this close. Oh my gosh, it's so." Yeah. No. You can get all the answers you need for the election right here. I'm glad you're here. Please subscribe, and let's move on. I got something else I want to talk to you guys about. You will hear me talk about the power of T-FANG. You will hear me say it a lot, because I think it has the ability to change the country as a whole, to change our election and change the country like you can't believe. And what I'm talking, when I say T-FANG, I'm particularly talking about the power of the Latinos to change the election. Because between women and the Latinos, they literally have the power to change this election whenever they want. All Latinos have to decide to do is start voting blue. Blue is going to be your answer. Voting for old white Republicans is never going to be the answer for Latinos. It's never going to be the answer. Never has been, never will be. But the power of T-FANG, and when I say T-FANG, I'm talking about Texas, Florida, Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia. T-FANG stands for the power of those 5 states to be turned blue by the Latino vote. The Latino vote in Texas, Florida, Arizona, and Nevada, and Georgia is huge. And I talk about it because I want you to understand, between women and T-FANG, women and Latinos, you guys have the power. I kind of feel like it's Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Well, dear, you've always had the power to go home. Just click your 2 heels together. Women, Latinos, you've always had the power. And you have the power right now in this election to do something spectacular. And when I say do something spectacular, you have the power to turn all 5 of those states blue. All 5. Now, I'm going to put up a website somewhere in the thing. It's called Blue State Styles. www.bluestatestyles.com. That is my website. It has my apparel. And one of the things that you're going to be able to get right now is go to the store and get yourself a T-FANG shirt. Haiti Strong is also there. And nuh-uh, if you don't know what nuh-uh is, you will when you go to the store. So it's bluestatestyles.com. Hopefully I'm good enough to put it like right there, bluestatestyles.com. And hopefully I'll be able to link it too. You know me, doing links and stuff is not my thing, but hopefully I'll be able to link it for you. But that is the thing that I so desperately want to see in this election, because I think there's a strong chance that we can get 4 of those states blue. But can you imagine? Can you just for a minute imagine women and Latinos coming together and saying, you know what, enough's enough. We're not going to put an old white guy in office. And I hate to say it like that, but, it's time. It's time to do something different. It's time to put a woman in charge and see how she does. This is a very, very capable woman. This is a very, very smart woman that can get the job done. We need a full-time president. We need someone that's going to be on the job day in and day out, not visiting his golf clubs to see how many rounds he can get in. Yeah, I mean, when you're pushing 80, you're looking towards the end of your life. You're not thinking too much of the future. You don't have much of a future left. But this is the power that we need to talk about. It's the power of Latinos and women, T-FANG, baby, to get the job done and turn all 5 states, Texas, Florida, Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia, blue. And I hope you guys will join me on election night. Election night, I know it's 41 days away, but election night, I'm going to be on live on TikTok. I will be live on TikTok from 5 p.m. Eastern all the way till midnight. So I really, really hope you guys will join me. Well, let me know what you think about all this. I'm really curious to see what you guys think. And don't forget to stop by the Blue State Styles store, bluestatestyles.com. Don't forget to stop by the store. Get your T-FANG shirt. Heaven knows I'm going to be dressed in my Haiti Strong shirt, my T-FANG shirt. I'm going to be dressed in all the apparel. I hope you get some of it too. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you haven't checked me out over on TikTok, please check me out over on TikTok under Drayton Nay. And if you're just joining me here and you don't know anything about it, just know that I'm over there on TikTok. And if you're joining me from TikTok, mwah, thank you guys so much. Keep watching. Keep checking out the Dray Way. We're going to count it down. This is 41 days away. We're going to count it all the way down to 0. I hope you keep coming back each and every day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make this day a great day. We'll see you later.